this is, I'm going up a mountain, as I chose to do in my last video. Kind of like a choose-your-own-adventure book, you know? At the end of one video, it's like, make your choice. And then you follow the big group of bikes, or go up the mountain. Big group of bikes, or up the mountain. How's that group of scooters? I choose, go up the mountain. Turn to page 78. You go up the mountain, get into a horrible wreck, and die. Oh, that sucks. Luckily, I still got my finger on the other page, so I'll just turn back and choose ride with the big group of bikes. Yeah! Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that in real life. Or at least, I think it doesn't. Maybe if I actually do die, it will work like that. Maybe I'll meet God and he'll say, well, I've still got my finger on the timeline where you could have chosen to follow that big group. Do you want to go to heaven, or do you want to go back to where you could choose to go with the big group? You never know. Okay. Touristy people taking pictures of what? What's worth taking? There's nothing worth taking a picture of here. Signs that say do not swim? What are you guys doing? Okay, I'm going to start my interactive video. This will be my interactive video. Oh, shit. Oh, my signal light's on again! Jeez, I suck. This is a red line, which means do not stop. You got a van stopped over there, and I'm stopped, like, inside of the red line, you know? So it's not going to bother anybody, like, I can't show my plate. With me being stopped inside of the red line, like, how is that a hassle to traffic? I mean, you got this telephone pole behind me. For a car to be driving this far over, you'd have to first smash into that telephone pole before I'd be a bother to him, you know what I mean? Anyway, so here we go. Interactive video. This is Yamaha, even though my bike's a Kawasaki. I have a Honda t-shirt. When I wear this backpack, I should wear my Honda t-shirt. Riding a Kawasaki with a Honda t-shirt, and so this is my MPEG-4 camera, and I'm going to take a picture. And that way, I can put it on the side, and you can click on it. That will be link number 1. I'll be like, yeah, I'll just number them, link 1, link 2. So if you go to the description for this video, there'll be a clickable link, and you decided to say link 1. And you click on it, and you'll see that picture in good resolution. And I'm going to do that every once in a while, and that way you'll get a more clear view of what's going on in the video. And that way you won't mind so much that the video's in low resolution, because you can just use your imagination based on what you saw in the picture to fill in the details on the low resolution video. Good idea? Yes, thank you. That was 2 pretty good wheelies. The second one actually stayed up for more than a half a second, which is my norm. I'm getting better at it. I can pretty much do it on command by now. Like, there was one day in one of my earlier videos where I tried to do a wheelie like 2 or 3 times during the day. I tried to do wheelies in front of other bikers, and all 3 times I failed. I didn't even come up an inch, and I'm like, ugh. And then that was on a Saturday, and then on the Sunday I just went up and down the street just doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. And then after doing it for, I don't know, not that long, maybe 15 minutes, 10 minutes, after doing it for like 10, 15 minutes straight, I got to the point where it would come off the ground every single time I wanted it to. But how high and for how long, I'm still working on that. I remember the topic. I'll throw a topic in here. Interactive video with a topic, man. I'm just on fire today. Topic is riding with passengers. A couple of people have asked me for riding with having a passenger on the back of the bike tips, and I've got some really good ones. First thing is you need to teach the passenger how to get on and off the bike, because some people they kind of like leap onto the bike, or they'll put their foot on the passenger peg and then they'll kind of like jump on. It's not the way to do it. Tell them to put their left foot on the left passenger peg, then their left hand on your left shoulder, and then to stand up slowly, just casually, slowly stand up with one foot there and using your shoulder as like a rail, just to stand up slowly. And then once they've stood up straight, then move their right foot over to the right-hand side and put it on the right passenger peg and sit down. That is the best way. It's slow, it's smooth, it's not going to shake the bike at all. You know, I'm a skinny guy, so if I get some fat chick on the back of my bike, I'm going to fall over when she's jumping up. Haha, I just set off an alarm. Let's set off some more. There's another one. There's another one. That was like 3 or 4 car alarms I set off. It's good fun, you know. It's out in the country here. It's not like the sound's going to bother anyone. There's no residential houses next door to them or anything. Yeah, it's beautiful. Look at this car. Like, is it that difficult to stay in your own lane? And then he actually like brakes just to shift back into his own lane. Jeez. Okay, I just went by a swimming spot. I just passed by a swimming spot that I normally go to. So I'll put a link into that. I've already taken a picture of there before, so I'll put a link in for that. That'll be link number 2. You can pause the video, click on that now, and you'll see the swimming area that's just down there. That's kind of cool. I don't even have to stop to take the picture. I just use one that I've already taken. Those bikes are going to catch up to me quick enough. I'll let them catch up to me. They can go first and test for sandy roads or whatever. What do we have there? We got an FD6, a CBR, 600. Just don't pass on a corner. You got a scooter in front of you. The scooter isn't going that slow. Why does the car even pass? You can just wait a little bit longer. Oh, this is like freshly paved. They repaved this road. In front of me doesn't seem too sure of himself. But then again, I'm not too sure of myself. I'm a bit better. I went to the racetrack. That's another... Oh, I was talking about passengers. Okay, I'll try to stay on one topic at a time. Okay, so first tip is left hand on left peg, left hand on left shoulder, and then stand up slowly. And they were flying. That was a Hayabusa and something. Yeah, and the next tip is, this is a good one. Passengers, when they're on the back of a motorcycle, they'll instinctively lean the wrong way when going around a corner. So even if you tell them, if I turn to the right, lean to the right, or stay straight, even if they hear you say that and they understand that, they still will lean to the left when you turn to the right, which can make the bike unstable, especially if they start moving around while you're turning. You can make the bike wobble. So the best advice, and this is good, is tell them when you're making a right-hand turn, they should look over your right shoulder. In other words, when you're turning right, they should look forward, but to the right of your helmet. When you're making a left-hand turn, they should look forward, but to the left of your helmet. That way, if you move your helmet to the right, they got to move to the right too to keep the view. And tell them, like, when you're turning, they have to keep looking forward, but to the right of your helmet. And if you move your helmet to the right, they got to keep moving to the right to keep their line of view. And if they're just focusing on keeping their head to the right of your head, then their body will automatically follow through, and they'll lean with your lean, you know? So the farther you lean, the farther they'll lean. And it lessens the chance of them shifting their position when they're behind you. Unless, of course, they forget to look to the right, and then you start to lean, and they're still sitting straight up, and then they remember, oh yeah, I'm supposed to look to the right, and then they move, and that can make it wobble a bit. But anyways, that's the best advice I've ever heard. When you have a passenger, tell them for right-hand turns, they should look over your right shoulder, and for left-hand turns, they should look over your left shoulder. And that will force them to lean with you and with the bike. And this video is getting a bit long, so I'm going to cut it here. There's only 2 pictures in this video, but the next one in the series will have more. So do not fret, my little ones. Can I call you guys that, my little ones? You comfortable with that? I wouldn't be.